Hello, everyone. Welcome back to yet another political episode. So we are on our very last presidential election analysis video. Specifically, then we're going to go and touch the down ballot races today. Actually, in a few hours, that video will be released. But of course, we'll be talking about Wyoming, the very last state on the list, and it's actually the most Republican state. It's been the most Republican state until since 2016, because of course, looking at the state in 2012, Utah became the most Republican state for a while. Well, in 2012, specifically because your favorite rhino neocon, Mitt Romney, comes from Utah. And of course, they love Mitt Romney and neocons in Utah. So, interestingly enough, we're going to go ahead and touch base specifically on Wyoming. Now, Donald Trump won Wyoming with 70%. In fact, this also marks the first time since 2012 that any candidate won over 70% of the vote in any state. Now, you might be wondering, it's hard to believe it's 70%. And it's a little weird because you have Teton County right here, still stubbornly Democratic. Well, what changed in Teton County? Did anything change margin-wise in Teton County? Nope. Just people there are just so stubborn. Let's just take a look at Teton. I'm curious because I want to believe there is some sort of university or something like that. There has to be some sort of university. Education. There we go. Teton County School District number 1 is the school district for the entire county. The prior areas, a portion of the county was not in any school district. Okay. Weird. Okay. Let's just looking here. It says Liz Skalka of the HuffPost, the weird name, the HuffPost, described Teton as a liberal county in August 2022. Previously a staunchly Republican county, which produced Governor and U.S. Senator Clifford Hansen, a mass immigration of wealthy liberals from the West Coast has made Teton County the most Democratic county in Wyoming, which is one of the most Republican states in the nation. The only Republican presidential candidate since 1992 to win Teton County was George W. Bush in 2000. Look at that. And who had county resident Dick Cheney on the ticket. I actually thought he was from Cheyenne, but this makes sense, right? Dick Cheney, who has gone totally liberal, by the way. You have to blame Teton County for this, guys. Teton County had to be responsible. The people, the residents are there were like, hey, Dick, we'll take you in since the GOP threw you out and you were responsible of killing thousands of Americans in Iraq. We'll take you in, Dick. Just change your views. Okay, I'll vote for Kamala. I have no doubt that we got some clowns in Teton County that actually convinced Dick Cheney of doing that. Even then, I don't care because Dick Cheney is always a Democrat no matter what. In the 2008 election, Barack Obama carried Teton County by a 23.6% percentage point margin over John McCain, with McCain winning statewide by a 32.2% point margin over Barack Obama, his widest margin in any state. Albany County, which includes the University of Wyoming at Laramie, that's why Albany County was so Democrat. But this time it went to Trump. Interesting. Yes, it includes was the only other county in the state to have backed Obama. It backed Obama. In 2004, Teton was the only county won by John F. Kerry over George W. Bush. They totally ditched Dick Cheney. In the 2016 election, Hillary Clinton beat Donald Trump by 57.9 to 31.1%. In 2020, Joe Biden beat Donald Trump by 37.5%, the largest margin for a Democrat ever in the county. The county has, however, voted at times for Republican candidates at the governorship in the United States and the United States Senate. Most recently, the county voted for Republican Mark Gordon for governor in 2022. Look at that. Barely, right? 78%, and it's barely cracking it. I mean, where did all the write-in candidates come from? 5.91%? Don't try to convince me they didn't come from Teton County. They did. I know it for a fact they did. And then, of course, you got the Democrat, which is, she was absolutely, really, really, really weak. But, yes. Yes, so yeah, although by the slimmest margin of any county in Wyoming. Yeah, you better believe it's the slimmest. But yeah, that's Teton County. But yeah, Albany County barely cracked in for Donald Trump. So take a look at Albany here. 49.95%, 46.83%. That's where the University of Wyoming is. And I'm impressed because I thought this county would go for sure for Kamala Harris. It's a university county after all. Look at how much it voted for Joe Biden by. Well, barely over the top, and I don't think it's ever voted over the top since 2008. So, interestingly, these numbers, of course, are very interesting. You probably are wondering, well, what did you predict? Well, I personally believe that we kind of predicted it to look like, let's check. Let's go ahead and see. There we go. Yeah, we predicted it to look like. And yeah, we were right about the numbers. We were absolutely right about the numbers. But we were wrong, in essence, to Albany County. This guy says way too much blue. Yeah, I would agree at this point. Yes, he won. I mean, in this argument, there is too much blue in the essence of Albany County. But keep in mind, Albany County is a Democrat county to a point. I think it's a Republican county, seeing that it's voted more Republican. I mean, sure, it voted for Clinton 2 times. It voted for Obama once and Joe Biden once. I don't think that makes it a Democrat county. But what I'm trying to say is it can go Democrat. It absolutely can. And we can go ahead and check out how Albany County did in 2 years ago in the midterms. But yes, obviously it voted so high for Mark Gordon. But keep in mind, I would say my argument, I think it went, this is 60%, never mind. But yes, everyone keeps thinking Albany County is where Cheyenne is. Cheyenne is in this county right here that voted for Gordon by 70%. Crazy, right? But what I was trying to say here was ideally that Teton County barely cracking in and just Mark Gordon being a very popular and well-respected governor, it's obviously going to go for you-know-who. We'll probably see if there are county results. There aren't any county results, unfortunately. But Secretary of State, even worse. Yeah, obviously, because you got write-ins and Chuck Gray running unopposed. So that doesn't really count, in my opinion. Okay, so far it's going Republican. All these Republicans are winning by 70%. So yeah, you could go ahead and make that argument. Oh, Teton County voted for Republicans all the way through, but it does not mean, like, take a look at the Senate election. Well, shoot. That was not a good example. I was looking at the House of Representatives. Take a look at this. Yeah, Teton County voted against our friend, Harriet Hagman. Let's see if Teton County voted for her this year. She cracked 70%, but by a little bit. So I'm guessing, no, if I say Teton County's right here. So much for the last video, but Albany County voted for her by a little bit. But just by a little bit. I'm guessing there's just, other than student sentiment that's making the county extremely competitive, there's also lingering Wyomites that go in and out of conservative areas and that linger around. That's kind of my take in this, but this is what obviously thought it was going to look like. Let's go ahead, say which counties we got right. Well, we got Albany County wrong. And that was the idea that, you know what, there were students in Wyoming that would associate with themselves with Kamala Harris. Why would they do that? I don't know, but that's what the stats were saying, unfortunately. But unfortunately, that wasn't the case because Kamala Harris could not hold this county with the university. Instead, she held this county with a white, rural, Caucasian population with no reason to vote Democrat other than the conspiracy theory that they came all the way from California. I don't know if that's true. Maybe it is. Wikipedia say that's true. But you guys can be the judge of that. But looking at these numbers here, yeah, Trump actually won Albany. Thought he won it because it made a huge shift to the Democrat Party in the last couple, look at here. Yeah, Teton got even bluer. But however, in 2020, this Albany County went aggressively, legend-wise. I think it's 7.5 or 5.7. It's definitely over a digit. But yeah, it got bluer. That's all you got to know. But anyway, what do you guys think about our analysis? Let me know down below. And as always, I'll see you all in the next political episode.